Welcome to the Explainer. Look, if you work with enterprise data, you already know the massive headache we're talking about today. You've got tens of millions of rows, complex security protocols, dozens of data sets spanning the whole company, but the second you actually need to make a decision, boom, bottleneck. You're just stuck waiting. Well, today, we're unpacking how Amazon QuickSight is completely obliterating this time-to-insight bottleneck. We're going to break down 5 brand new AI capabilities that turn raw enterprise data into trusted AI-powered decisions at scale. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Picture a completely normal, everyday question from a business leader. How is churn trending for this product? Sounds simple, right? But in a typical enterprise, getting an answer to that is just incredibly painful. If a pre-built dashboard doesn't already exist for that exact slice of data, everything grinds to a halt. Somebody has to track down an analyst, explain the whole context, and then just wait. Wait for them to write a custom query, wait for validation. It's exhausting.
And that perfectly sets up the core contrast driving this whole evolution. The old way of doing business intelligence, it's measured in hours or even days. It's this endless, soul-crushing cycle of filing tickets, waiting in an analyst's queue, and just crossing your fingers that nothing got lost in translation. But the Amazon QuickWay flips that entire paradigm upside down. By bringing generative AI right to your data, that multi-day wait shrinks to literally seconds. You just ask a question in plain English, and you get an instant, verified answer.
Section 1. Talk directly to your data.
Let's look at how this actually plays out. Quick's dataset Q&A basically lets you skip the dashboard hunt entirely. You simply attach your datasets to the chat agent, type your question naturally, and the system does all the heavy lifting. It instantly writes the necessary SQL and runs it against your full dataset. And I really want to emphasize this point. We aren't talking about a tiny sampled subset of your data. No way. We're talking about executing queries across tens of millions of rows in seconds with absolutely zero sampling. Now, I know exactly what the technical skeptics and security pros are thinking right now. Wait, what about data governance? Well, this is where Quick really shines. That rock-solid, enterprise-grade security posture you've already spent months or years building, it gets applied automatically. Row-level policies, column-level restrictions, all of it is strictly enforced and scoped directly to the identity of whoever is asking the question. So you get all the magic of conversational AI without a single ounce of extra configuration or compromised security.
And this brilliantly illustrates how the system actually builds trust. Because let's face it, in enterprise analytics, speed is great, but it's totally useless if you can't verify the math. Quick's chat explanations give you complete transparency under the hood. It is not a black box. You see the exact reasoning chain, the tools it invoked, the SQL it generated, the filters it applied, the whole shebang, summarized in plain language. For BI engineers, this turns weeks of painful testing into super fast sessions where you just review the work, tweak the guardrails, and ship it to stakeholders with total confidence.
Section 2. Semantic Enrichment. Teaching AI your business language.
Because here's the thing. Speed and transparency are awesome, but they don't mean much if the AI completely misinterprets your company's jargon. This is the fundamental reality of enterprise AI. Your accuracy depends entirely on the system's understanding of your vocabulary. A column named Active Customers tells an AI absolutely nothing about whether your company considers active to be a 12-month or a 24-month threshold, right? That's not a flaw in the model's intelligence, it's an information problem. Without a dictionary of your specific rules, the AI has to guess. And trust me, we do not want AI guessing our financial metrics.
Now, what's really interesting here is how dataset enrichment fixes this exact information gap in just a matter of minutes. As an author, you can take a raw database column, like revenue, and just give the system plain language instructions. You literally just tell it, hey, revenue here means net after returns. And for year over year, make sure to use fiscal_year, not calendar_year. You are essentially mapping raw data directly to your actual business logic. So when someone asks a question later down the line, Quick applies those exact definitions, ensuring the math is rock solid every single time.
But wait, what happens when the questions get super complex and span across your entire organization? Say someone asks, what's driving churn in the Southeast? That requires connecting a lot of dots. Well, Quick uses agentic routing, which acts like a highly intelligent traffic cop. It has a semantic layer that evaluates what the user actually wants, searches across all your dashboards, datasets, and topics, and finds the exact right specialized agents for the job. It plans the steps, pulls the data from the right domains, and stitches together a multi-step answer automatically. It's reliable orchestration at a massive enterprise scale.
Section 3. AI-powered dashboard generation.
Look, while conversational chat is phenomenal for quick ad hoc exploration, operational dashboards are still the absolute backbone of how enterprises make decisions. But think about the mechanical toil involved in building one. Even when an analyst knows exactly what they want to build, the actual construction is a huge bottleneck. Picking visualizations, organizing sheets, painstakingly creating calculated fields for month-over-month comparisons, wiring up filter controls, it's pure mechanical effort that routinely takes days or weeks of highly skilled time. It's construction work, not analytical thinking.
By bringing AI into the dashboard generation process, we are completely eliminating that construction phase. Get this, during early access, authors reported cutting their dashboard creation time by 90% or more. That is a staggering gain in productivity. You just select your datasets, tell the AI what business questions you want answered, and the metrics you want to see, all in natural language, and it just builds it. What used to take weeks literally takes minutes.
So the crucial point is that you aren't just getting some static image or a rigid one-time export. The output the AI generates is a native, fully editable Amazon QuickSight Analyst. If you want to tweak a chart using normal point-and-click controls, you absolutely can. But more importantly, it plugs seamlessly into your existing CI/CD pipelines. You can publish it, share it, or embed it, treat it exactly like a dashboard you spent 3 weeks building by hand.
Section 4, Direct Query on Amazon S3 Tables.
Let's dive into the technical plumbing for a second, because AI features are really only as good as the underlying data they sit on. Historically, if you built a modern data estate on open-source formats like Apache Iceberg, you face this super frustrating disconnect, the OLAP hop. To analyze your data, you had to move it into an intermediate engine, and every single time you make that hop, you're adding latency, driving up costs, and compromising the freshness of your data. Well, Amazon QuickSight removes that hop entirely. With Direct Query on Amazon S3 Tables, you connect straight to live Apache Iceberg data, no intermediate engine. Whether you're using SpiceWode for sub-second performance or Direct Query for real-time freshness, your data lake is finally the ultimate analytics-ready source.
Section 5. Empowering the human element.
Bringing this all together, we really need to talk about what this shift means for your team. Through all of these features, it is absolutely vital to understand that these tools are not about replacing analysts. Not at all. AI is just here to kill the busy work that bogs down incredibly smart people. The business analyst? They're still the expert defining exactly how metrics like churn are computed. The data engineer? Still strictly governing who can access what. The humans are still providing the essential judgment, context, and strategy.
The entire philosophy behind these new Amazon Quick capabilities is perfectly captured in this one phrase: built for the humans who build analytics. We're taking a process that used to demand days of translating pure expertise into endless manual clicks, and we're shrinking it to minutes, empowering the human mind to finally operate at the true speed of thought. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Take a hard look at your own data workflows. If AI removes all the mechanical construction, all those endless ticket queues, and all the manual dashboard building from your analytics, what massive strategic business questions will your analysts finally have the time to solve? Thank you so much for joining us on this explainer. Keep asking great questions of your data, and we'll see you next time.